Your morning news now. A sweeping internet outage briefly took down dozens of the world's biggest internet companies, including Google and Amazon, as well as major banks and airlines. The outage appears to have been triggered by a bug at Akamai, which hosts websites on its platform. Akamai says it has implemented a fix and that this was not a result of a cyber attack. The Taliban says in order to reach a new peace deal in Afghanistan, there must be a new negotiated government and President Ashraf Ghani must be removed from office. The Taliban has swiftly captured territory in recent weeks and are threatening a number of provincial capitals as the last U.S. and NATO soldiers leave Afghanistan. A spokesperson for the Taliban says the group will lay down their weapons when a negotiated government acceptable to both sides is installed. The U.S.-NATO withdrawal is more than 95% complete and is expected to be finished by August 31st. General Motors is halting the majority of its full-size pickup truck production for 1 week beginning Monday. The pause is another indication of how much trouble the year-long global computer chip shortage is causing the auto industry. And the Delta variant is only causing more problems. According to a prediction by consultant AlixPartners, automakers will have to cut production by 3.9 million vehicles worldwide in 2021. That is an overall loss of $110 billion in revenue.
And if you're getting ready for your morning commute out there, keep in mind it's pretty humid. Make sure to keep that AC on now throughout the afternoon as temperatures are expected to rise once again into the 90s. Right now we are seeing our current temperatures into the 60s and 70s at 74 in La Crosse.
Arson investigators are trying to catch the person responsible for setting a La Crescent mobile home on fire 3 times this week. Fire crews were first called to the Kistler Mobile Home Park off Highway 61 Monday night. Investigators initially believed the fire was accidental until crews were called back to the same home again early Wednesday morning and again last night. The La Crescent Fire Chief tells News 8 Now that a police officer will be posted at the scene while the state fire marshal investigates. The family who lived in the home has been staying elsewhere since the first fire. If you have any information about the fires, you're asked to call the arson hotline on your screen. La Crosse Mayor Mitch Reynolds is criticizing state lawmakers after the attack of 2 transgender teens at a city park. Reynolds wants the victim's alleged attacker charged with a hate crime, which isn't possible under current state law. According to police, 40-year-old Travis Crawford approached the victims at Copeland Park Tuesday night, accused them of sexual activity, used gay slurs, and hit and kicked one of the victims in the face. In a statement, Mayor Reynolds called the attack appalling and went on to write, quote, "We should extend our indignation of this attack to our state lawmakers who choose inaction on outdated state laws over justice," unquote. The superintendents of 5 La Crosse County public school districts are making the push to vaccinate more kids against COVID-19. In a joint statement, they write, "Hopefully this year will look and feel as normal as possible and call the guidance for in-person learning good news." However, as cases rise, district leaders say mitigation strategies may still be necessary for the start of the school year. They call vaccination the first and best step to reduce the spread of the virus. First-year students applying to Viterbo will continue to have the option to not submit ACT or SAT scores. The university announced the move last year partially in response to the pandemic. Applications without test scores will be considered based on high school grades, high school coursework, and other indicators of college readiness and success. Happening today, the Little Caesars Love Kitchen, a Big Rig kitchen on wheels, is partnering with the Salvation Army to provide fresh Little Caesars pizza meals for approximately 100 people in need. The Love Kitchen has fed more than 3.5 million people and responded during natural disasters. The serving will take place from 11 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. at the Salvation Army on 8th Street in La Crosse.
And it sure is pretty humid outside at the moment, so make sure to keep that AC on in your car for your morning commutes. We're seeing relative humidities into the 80s and 90s. Some of us approaching those 100% tiles out there. Definitely not good. Here's a look at your next 8 days. High temperatures remain to the 90s through Wednesday. Slight chance of rain here Saturday and Wednesday.
Hey, we want to thank you for sharing your morning with us. We hope you have a great weekend. We'll look forward to seeing you back here on Monday. We're going to send you down to CBS this morning.